Welcome to the podcast. Are you done yet? Special edition. We're going to talk today about Microsoft Inspire, the virtual conference 2020. With me, I have Bryan Quick.
Hey, Mike. Hey, everybody. So I'm here in the North Woods of Wisconsin on a little road trip with the family.
That's not a Teams background?
No, this is actually a real background, real lake behind me, Long Lake in Three Lake.
That's awesome.
It's just gorgeous up here. We're enjoying some time, some R&R with the family on our RV road trip. But
Awesome.
I wanted to take the time to, we all, last year we were all crammed in that those Las Vegas hotels, Mike, and those convention centers in 100-degree heat.
Standing in lines to get in the T-Mobile Center. Yep, it was hot.
Yeah, for Inspire and Ready and Ignite, and it's a totally different experience, obviously, for everybody this year, and to have the opportunity to just join it virtually actually was a welcome thing.
It really was.
And they, Microsoft really did a great job. There was a high level of production value for us, and so for those of you that aren't familiar, Microsoft Inspire is sort of their partner conference. So we learn how to become better partners with Microsoft, new programs that they're going to be rolling out, future-facing type conversations about how, what's happening with the solutions, so that we can then take that to you, our business customers, and impart all that great new exciting stuff in the projects that we talk about. So Inspire was really all virtual and all online this year.
Yep, it was. And they did, like you said, the production value was great. They did some very clever things with walking into the T-Mobile Center and there was nobody there.
I know we both attended the main keynote speech with Satya Nadella. I thought that was really interesting. What did you think about that?
Oh, I thought it was awesome. He's always inspirational. He's got such great business insights, and he's always, pitch perfect in terms of what's going on in the environment. He talked a lot about the challenges that we're all facing and how we as partners in the Microsoft community can help really enable and are enabling this, a lot of these business pivots that our customers are having to go through to cope with kind of this new normal that's out there. So I thought at a high level it was really awesome. Great user stories that he went through with Land of Lakes and T-Mobile and some of the others. Really good stuff.
Yeah, you had LinkedIn post about the Land O'Lakes butter that was behind him on the shelf, and what was that for? And I guess you found out later in the session anyway.
Yeah, I had actually, just kind of making a joke, why is there butter on the shelf? And I circled it and put it out there during the session.
And then viral.
Yeah, it kind of went viral. I had like 3,000 repost views of it, so it was crazy.
Yeah.
But it was a great case study. We had, he went through the whole thing, and then I went back and reread the whole piece. And, the user journey was more than just enabling technology to make business better. They actually had some, Microsoft and Land O'Lakes had partnered on a broadband initiative to bring broadband to these underserved rural communities. And one of the outcomes of that was that they actually helped improve, virtual healthcare, because these people, first of all, even before COVID, they had problems because they were remotely located far away from healthcare providers, but now they're able to do a lot of virtual, doctor's appointments and checkups and all this kind of stuff. And it's actually improving the quality of life, which was a completely unintended consequence, but it was an awesome, side benefit of the technology that was deployed.
It's amazing stuff. You talked about what should be rebuilt, what should be reimagined, and what should be left behind. And I thought that was really profound. Three things to keep in mind as we kind of build back better out of the situation that we're all in.
Yeah, absolutely.
The status quo isn't possible anymore in a lot of ways, and some of the old baggage that we've been pulling behind us in terms of, no, we can't digitally transform, we won't be able to access our data, or it won't be secure, or those kind of conversations and discussions are probably things we should be leaving behind, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And in some cases, they gave some examples, and we've seen them with our customer base too, where there actually is a very rapid move towards a new thinking towards some of these digital transformation initiatives, and some of it is just kind of scrapping some of the things that were going on in the past. And also, the velocity of change has really increased, and we've actually had customers tell us that they've been able to do some of these initiatives and things that our customers and a great example is when we interviewed Tad Haas from Edison 365, and he's talking about a distillery out west
Yeah.
that had pivoted to making hand sanitizer. They already had the alcohol and things like that. So, but they said, they were able to do that within a matter of days, and normally it would have taken weeks or months to retool to do that. And it shows that not only is the technology there, but the human initiative to get things done can really change the paradigm of how work is accomplished.
Yeah, there's some crazy statistics that they were talking about. That 89% of CIOs will accelerate cloud transformation now that in a post-COVID world versus 59% pre-COVID.
Wow,
Which I thought
60% increase. Wow.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's crazy. And then you're looking at the Power Platform. They were saying in the Power Platform alone, 90% of the Fortune 500 are already using it.
Right.
And they were talking about a return to workplace solution that they built on a Power Platform with the help of a partner. The other thing that was interesting, what was a new concept, was what he called tech intensity.
Mm-hmm.
And tech intensity is, using tech to drive business transformation. So
Mm-hmm.
it's not, we're not really, there's a new term, digital transformation, something that's been floated around for quite a while, but tech intensity is something that I think we'll hear a lot more about from Microsoft.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
What was really awesome is on that same keynote was the Brad Smith tour. So when he took us around Seattle, and we had an opportunity to see the various places, and he was even in a kayak just in the
cool.
lake there. I thought it was
Yeah.
really well done. It almost had like an Anthony Bourdain sort of feel to it, didn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it sure did. And it for those of us who've spent a lot of time out in Seattle and Redmond and the campus and everything else out there, it was kind of nice to see it. It was very nice days that they did the filming of that. Obviously, it was nice clear skies. You could see Mount Rainier, and they also showed the new campus core that they're building there, which looks pretty exciting. So when all this is over and we can travel, I really look forward to getting back out there and seeing our colleagues and friends at Microsoft.
Yeah, me too. That was really cool and exciting. Well, there were a lot of other sessions besides the keynote that we went to and that we found. I think we kind of almost picked the same ones, Mike, because I think we're kind of interested in the same stuff.
Yeah,
But
I think we did.
so I went
overlap.
to one about. We're really trying to tighten our relationship with Microsoft. So some of the ones that we picked are about, what's the Cosell program? How did it improve this year? How can we get more invested in that? And I know that's a huge area that Innovative E is going to be looking into, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and that's a way to really more formally connect. There's always been these connections that we've had with the field and the product teams and the marketing teams and all those. But this has actually put some really nice some formal check boxes in there that will help, I think, really accelerate solutions for customers.
Yeah, it will. And you know what? We're really getting into the Power Platform, and we're diving into the deep end of the pool head first. And there were a lot of really great sessions about how to build a practice around the Power Platform. So we're going to be leveraging those for the advantage of our customers. I know you guys are all out there thinking, can I do this thing? Or is it something that I need help with? And I think we're going to offer some guidance on that in the near future, right?
Yeah, and they really hit the nail on the head, and they had some really great guest speakers in there that talked about ways to help customers navigate this Power Platform journey, which is it's a little different because it's a low code, no code solution. So the great piece of that is it's going to enable these business folks at these endpoints, or what someone on the actually called the friction points, right? It's these business friction points where there's issues that they need to resolve, and it moves it away from the core IT technology developer set, the professional developers, into what they call these citizen developers. So you can really start to address these. You can do rapid prototyping of applications. I think one of the terms, or one of the statistics they threw out, was that over the next 3 or 4 years, there's going to be 500 million apps that are going to be developed, which is like more apps than have been developed in the history of development, right? And a lot of these are going to be these rapid prototypes that will be built by the business type people to solve these particular problems. And then from there, you can actually start to say, okay, which of these are going to kind of need to be extended? Some of them will be fine as a smaller app that's there. Some of them will be ready to be extended with professional developers and move into it. But one of the points that Satya made when he was talking about it, and some other folks have talked about, is the Power Platform and the fact that you're building it on the CDS and these components, these core components of it, allow you to move at scale. So when you do take one of these apps, and they won't be all of them, it might be 1 out of 10 or 1 out of 20 that really need to go to scale. It'll be easy to move it to scale because all the underpinnings are there. You're not going to be like complete rewrite and everything else. But so it's really, really interesting stuff, and a very bright future for the organizations that will embrace this platform to be more responsive to their customers' needs.
Yeah, and Microsoft's really taking this stance of, hey, if you weren't in the cloud before, and now this is a catalyst for that. It's not a reason not to do it. So what we're trying to do is we're going to make sure that we're in touch with our customers. We realize that there's maybe some workloads there that you've been a little bit resident to move to the cloud. Maybe it's your project management system or your collaboration solution. Maybe there's some line of business systems and you want to take those business rules and build them into Power Apps or Power Automate. Let's start talking about that as something that we need to do in order to really enable the type of collaboration of the future. With everybody being remote, working from home, we can't just pass paper or drop by somebody's desk anymore. And that good old Excel spreadsheet is not really fitting the bill anymore in a collaborative environment where you have a remote workforce. So let's talk about getting those things into the Power Platform. We'll walk through the security. We'll walk through all of the reservations that you might have about that, the licensing, your concerns about supportability. And we need to really move these things forward into the cloud, and we can be there to help you do that, Mike.
Right. Absolutely. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. So Mike, one of the other things I heard was a great quote, and I think it has a lot of relevance to our conversations with customers. Collaboration is the new innovation. 95% of collaboration does not come from you. And this was in the Microsoft Industry Innovation discussion breakout section. And I thought that was a really profound statement, especially because of what we talk about with Edison 365 ideas and open innovation.
Yes.
Essentially, the ability to bring in all these ideas from not only your employees, but also from your customers, and opening that up in a type of portal, which is something Edison 365 Ideas does. And I know we talked to Tad Haas at length in our previous episode about that. So
yeah.
I thought that was really, if fundamentally on target, because, if you think that you're an innovator, you're really, 95% of innovation does not come from you. It comes from your community.
Right. Yeah, and like you said, that community can be your customers, but with the open innovation component, it also can be, it could be university, academia, it could be other communities that live out there that are completely outside of kind of your domain or maybe your security infrastructure, but they still have a secure way to manage all that information. So it's very powerful to be able to tap into this innovation, mass innovation kind of capabilities. And then just for those who don't know, Edison 365 is completely built on top of the Microsoft cloud offering. So M365, 65, it's basically a ubiquitous service that works on top of it. So it's really a nice extension that just allows you to do those things.
You know what? As a side note, I know that Edison is actually running a promotion right now about that. So if you purchase, Edison 365 Ideas and innovation management for your employees, if you're an education institution, actually give the innovation piece for your students as part of that program. So it's a really great idea, because you want to get those ideas from the whole student body as opposed to your employees, and they're making that free.
Right. Yeah, that's a great promotion. And they're doing it because a lot of these institutions have been hit hard with enrollment being down and things like that. So they're trying to help, kind of give back a little bit, and at the same time, be able to use this platform to help with innovation that may help their institutions do better things.
Yeah, it's exciting. Hey, wasn't there an observation you had about security? I thought we were talking about that before.
Yeah, so during Satya's keynote, one of the things that he mentioned, and he just mentioned passing like he does so many things, it's so great. He used this term called zero cost security, and it just struck me. I was kind of like, oh wow. So we all know that there's been people and organizations that have hesitated going to the cloud. They've got their own security departments and all these other things, and they want to stay on premise or whatever. And of course, as we discussed, people are moving to the cloud faster than ever. One of the reasons is that security is baked in. But this idea of zero cost security is basically when you buy M365, you get all that security infrastructure that comes with it. So Microsoft has made the investment, and as a company, you get the platform as a service, and then all the software as a service for the Office suite and all these other Power Apps and all these things that you get. But then you also get all the security that's just baked in. There's not an additional layer of costing for all of that. It's there, which is really phenomenal. It's kind of a game changer, I think.
is, because a lot of people are doing like point solutions for different types of security, like multi-factor authentication or conditional access or just intrusion detection. But
Hmm.
Microsoft provides an alternative to that. You don't have to go to all these different point solutions. They just bake it into the suite. So it's really kind of a game changer in terms of, your overall value you're getting from the cloud,
Hmm.
and the amount of vendors you have to deal with. Mike, there's one more thing that I think we need to mention about what happened at Inspire. Some little award that we may have won.
Yeah, yeah. I know both of us tuned into David Willis when he did the Microsoft US, the whole 30-minute segment. And he had some other people on him showing some things. But one of the things that was interesting about that is we actually we did win one of the awards. We were award winner for the Microsoft US Modern Workplace Portfolio and Project Management category for the US. So we were super excited about that. And of course, if anybody hadn't noticed my background, they gave the award winners these JPEGs to put in, so you could identify while we were on the conference and talking to people and everything else. So it was a super award. We're humbled, and honored by it. There's a lot of great partners that work in this space. And it was just really an honor to receive it, and a testament to our customers and our partners and employees who do such great work to build these solutions.
Yeah, Mike, I was really excited when that was announced, and David Willis took the time to specifically call out Innovative E as being the Project Portfolio Management Award winner for the U.S. And I just got chills, man. It was great. It's really great to see kind of our work paying off, and it's really because of you, our customers, that we're able to do that. And so, thank you for sharing your needs and challenges with us. Thank you for bringing us along on your journey. And we hope that we meet many more customers this fiscal year, and are able to hit the ground running. Mike, there's one more thing I wanted to cover today. What do you think of the beard?
Um, I think you're looking very kind of hipsterish, like you've maybe been on vacation and traveling around and not shaving lately.
Well, all right. I'll make sure I shave it before I get home. So, Mike, thanks a lot for the talk today, and I hope you have as good of a weekend as I will here in the Northwoods. Thanks.
Thanks, Brian. Have a good day. Thanks, everybody.